Hey guys, it is your boy Sadistic here for another stream. So today I got something interesting for you. It's AI Dungeon. Now, for those of you who do not know what AI Dungeon is, basically it's kind of like this procedurally generated text-based RPG, like those old school ones from back in the day, where basically it'd be like describing some kind of location, and then in order to perform an action, you would basically just type out what you're going to be doing. So things like walk to dog or this and that, like draw sword, etc. The thing that makes this one so interesting is that basically everything that is going to happen as a reaction to the actions that I type in, it's all done. It's all done in response through machine learning. So it's all done by an AI that's going to basically respond to whatever we type in as far as an instruction goes. So we're just gonna kick it off. We're just gonna hop into a new game right here. Uh, we'll go worlds. I don't know. What do we feel like playing? Something fantasy, something sci-fi. There's something here for Santa, Kringle. I mean, it's not the time of year, but also I'm very tempted to just go hang out with evil Santa. You know. But what else we got here? So we have our typical fantasy, we have darker fantasy, and we have zombies. Oh, there's post-apocalyptic. We got some steampunk. Kringle? Kringle? Okay, okay, we're going Kringle. Pop into Kringle. Okay, so the world of Kringle. Santa Claus has been planning to take over the North Pole for years. He has patiently waited for the elves to grow old and weak for his retribution. The time has come. Man, Santa means some shit. Um, Santa Claus and his naughty ragtag army of elves, gnomes, fairies, dragons, candy cane vampire elves, etc., now control the North Pole. But Santa knows that the North Pole can only remain his if he can conquer all of Kringle. To do this, Santa needs to take out two of his biggest competitors, the Easter Bunny and Jack Frost. Will you help Santa or fight back and help the elves? I'm curious as to why the Easter Bunny has a stake in the North Pole. Like that is not the first person that I imagine being Santa's top competition in the Arctic, but I mean, who knows? Maybe the Easter Bunny does some stuff behind the scenes when we're not paying attention up in the North Pole. I don't know. Got side deals with elves or something like that. All right. Do you want to create a character? How does this work? Oh. Well, I guess we create a character. What's our character's name? What's our character's name? Chat. Give me a name for our character. Just the first word that pops into your mind. What are we doing? No? Got nothing? Um, what would we name a character that hangs out in the North Pole that is trying to help or hinder Santa Claus? We are just gonna be screw it. Our name is Snow. We're gonna be Snow. Pringle? Because of Kringle? I mean, yeah, screw it. Sure, yeah, we'll go Pringle. Pringle is our name. Pringle is our name. Our gender. We cannot be defined by the gender of ourself. Um, we are transcendental. That is our gender. Transcendental. We are beyond gender. Our race. North Pole elves, candy elves, snow elves, gnomes, fairies, or candy cane vampire elves. I mean, with a name like Pringle, Pringle sounds kind of sketch. Probably a candy cane vampire elves. Let's see, candy cane vampire elves were just like regular elves. They, however, didn't like to work in the workshop, especially when they could be sleeping or eating candy. One day they awoke to find that Santa Claus had left them some candy in their bed. The candy was sweet and it had a new unique flavor, the candy cane flavor. Then they realized that a whole batch of candy canes had been cursed, changing their once regular blood into the sweet and delicious candy cane blood. The candy cane blood substantially increased their power, and also had found that they no longer needed to sleep. And so the candy cane vampire elves spread around Kringle, infecting other elves and becoming cruel vampires and murderesses. Yeah, that's legit. We're gonna go with candy cane vampire elves. All right. What is our class? So we got warrior, which is pretty typical. We got ice master, who has the ability of a freezing touch. Seems kind of mage-like, I guess. We got a ranger, so scouts, archers. Yeah, crime boss. Well, let's see what else we got here. Rogues. Okay, crime boss. The criminal underworld of Kringle is run up by crime bosses. The crime bosses rule over different districts and territories within this dangerous world. They undermine the larger forces of play. Crime bosses control their territories with an iron fist, collecting extortion money from their minions and dealing with any potential threats using their army of trigger-happy thugs. Yeah, yeah, definitely crime boss. Okay, starting location. Do we require a faction? No. I don't know. Are we helping Easter Bunny and Jack Frost? Are we helping Santa, or are we going to be our own independent faction here? I feel like we wouldn't be the North Pole elves, who are peaceful, loving inhabitants who have been unjustly subjugated by Santa Claus. But they have formed a resistance, so I mean, maybe we could be that. Maybe the North Pole elves have rallied under this vampiric crime boss Pringle, in order to overthrow their once overlord Santa Claus. I mean, that could be an interesting dynamic. You know, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're picking no sides. Our side is our own. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay, location. Let's see. We got Candy Town, Bwensley. Okay, Frostville, Asteria. The Candy Forest. Huh. The Candy Dragon King maintains rule over the forest. I mean, that's pretty legit. That's pretty legit. Take the North Pole for myself? I mean, could. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna take the North Pole for ourselves. That's where we're gonna start this. World events honor. I don't know what that means, so we're just gonna turn them on, see what happens. Okay, here we go. Let's start the game. Our AI world is being generated, so we're gonna see what's up. Okay, so you are Pringle, a transcendental candy cane vampire elf crime boss in the world of Kringle. You have lived in the North Pole for a long time, but recently the peace of the North Pole has been broken. The elves have formed a resistance, and you are fighting back against Santa Claus and his army of elves. You have decided to join the resistance and fight back against Santa Claus and his army of bad elves. You have recruited other elves to join you in your quest. You can be Pringle, or you can be one of the many other elves who are helping the resistance. Okay. What is the first thing that we are doing? Um, I mean, I guess the first thing that we should do is probably get a look of the surrounding area. So look at the surrounding area. You look at the surrounding area. That's not good. You notice that there is a lot of open space in this area, so you decide to have your elves hide some of the weapons, including the catapult, in the trees. Oh, well, that makes sense. You want to make sure that that catapult is hidden. They don't want that being revealed that we have siege weaponry at the ready. Okay. Um, Obviously, we got to make sure that everything is up to snuff, though. So I'm gonna start by inspecting. No, inspect. First person. Inspect the catapult. Well, we want to make sure that it works first of all. If it works, then yeah, we can ride it. You inspect the catapult. A weapon or tool for the elves is ready to launch from atop the trees. Okay, let's ride the catapult. You ride the catapult. You aim the catapult at the red three-hearted unicorn. You pull back a bit on the catapult's rope, but nothing happens. The unicorn notices you, but doesn't move out of your way yet. Oh, well, we've been spotted apparently by a three-hearted unicorn. Our catapult doesn't seem to be working. What are we doing? Do we reload? Do we try again? I mean, we have a catapult. We gotta use the catapult. We're gonna use the catapult again. Uh, Pull catapult rope again. You pull catapult rope again. The rope catches on the unicorn's horn. You pull the string, but the unicorn moves slowly forward. You are unable to dislodge the unicorn from the path, so you throw a knife at it. Dang. Okay. Um. Sure. Okay. So you just threw a knife at this unicorn whose horn apparently got stuck in the rope of the catapult. Uh. Hmm. What are we doing? What are we doing, folks? Uh. I mean, we have a knife. Cut off unicorn. The unicorn to the cat. That's a much more interesting. Yeah, we'll do that. Load the unicorn into the catapult. You load the unicorn into the catapult. You tie the unicorn to the catapult so it won't escape. You plan to launch it at some of the other elves. The unicorn is very angry and screams at you. You look out at the trees. Oh, well, seems mad. I mean, it's in there. Screw it. Fire the catapult. Take that, elves. The catapult fires the unicorn and it soars through the air. The unicorn is getting closer to the trees, so you aim the catapult. The unicorn is about to land on the first tree. Uh, let's see where the unicorn lands. The unicorn breaks through the first tree and falls to the ground. Most of the unicorn's body is in front of you, and you aren't sure where to aim. Then you see another unicorn coming down. Oh crap, okay, I think we got like three unicorns all involved here. We got one that just launched out of a catapult. We got another one that's approaching, and then there's another one that just showed up. We're surrounded by unicorns. I don't know. What are we doing? How do we? I mean, part of it is in front of us, I guess. There's another unicorn that breaks through a tree, and then there's another one that's heading through to us. I mean, we can look for rest of unicorn. Look for rest of unicorn. You see the second unicorn approaching from the side, and you aim at it. The heavy weapon is hard to aim, but you successfully hit the unicorn in the side. It slumps to the ground. Okay, I think we killed it. I think we killed it. I mean, let's see what happens. Oh my god! The unicorn smells the air. You pull the trigger. A bullet smashes into the unicorn, killing it instantly. You smell the pungent smell of blood. Well, that was something. That was something. Um, what do we do now? It's dead. I guess. I mean, we're a vampire, right? Can we turn it? Can we raise the dead with our vampiric abilities by injecting it with con can or candy cane blood? Inject unicorn with. Okay, yeah, we'll collect the horn first. Collect unicorn horn. What? Please verify your email address. What? Collect unicorn horn. It won't let me collect the unicorn horn, guys. Please verify your email address by clicking. That's so weird. What is even happening right now? Hold on, hold on. We'll be We'll be right back while I sort out this nonsense right here. Sort out this nonsense right here. Okay, we're back. I think I got it fixed this time and was doing some weird thing where it needed an email to be verified or something like that. Anyway, so we have collected the unicorn horn. You grab the unicorn's horn and pull out its entrails. You collect the unicorn's blood in your horn as well. You throw the unicorn's body into a nearby pit. Dang, that got visceral really quickly. Can we use necromancy? Use necromancy to raise unicorn as. Yes, I have the horn now. We've collected it, as well as its entrails and some of its blood. I'm gonna use some necromancy to raise the unicorn as a thrall. You raise the dead unicorn as a thrall. You begin to talk to the thrall, training it in the fine art of war. A year passes, and the thrall is loyal and capable. Nah, man. See, we got a sweet unicorn thrall that is now trained in the fine art of war. This is why we didn't burn its remains. Okay, so we have our unicorn thrall. What are we doing now? So we got unicorn blood, a unicorn horn, and we've taken its corpse and raised it as a thrall to serve in our nefarious purposes. I don't know. Recap last year. Let's find out what happened in the last year. So, in the last year, I have trained the thrall to fight. The thrall has served me well, slaying dozens of elves with his own hands. Okay, it's time to find the fat man. Okay, find. Well, go find Santa, because I feel like if I do fat man, it won't quite work out. Find Santa. You find Santa. You arrive at the North Pole. You find a large sleigh outside of a large ornate building. On the sleigh is an old man who reeks of alcohol. Oh, I think Santa might have become an alcoholic during the last year. What do we do, guys? He reeks of alcohol. He seems vulnerable right now. Burn him alive. I mean, set the old man on fire. You set the old man on fire. You light the old man on fire and watch him scream in pain. He falls off the sleigh, hitting the ground with a thud. You enter the building and find yourself in a great hall of some sort. Okay, I don't think that was Santa. I think that was just a random old guy that was hanging out in the sleigh. But we're inside of the Great Hall, inside of the North Pole. What are we doing here? Oh, I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around the Great Hall. See what we got here. You look around the room, finding yourself in front of a large gnome-like figure. It's mostly covered by a large fur cloak and a large Santa hat. Oh, interesting. So we got a gnome that is wearing a Santa hat? I'm gonna question the figure. You question the figure. Who the hell are you? I am Kringle, the North Pole's own supernatural crime lord. What the hell do you want? I want to talk to your boss. Okay, we found Santa. Let's see here. He's asking to talk to our boss. So I guess he's talking. He wants to talk to me. Uh, I am the boss. Do you have any money? Yes. Can I have some? You put a small amount of gold coins and give them to Kringle. I mean that took a turn I was not expecting. Sure, we'll kidnap Miss Claus while we're here. You kidnap Miss Claus. When's the last time you heard from Mrs. Claus? 2 days ago. She said she was having engine problems with her sleigh. You snatched the boots off of the feet of Miss Claus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, send Thrall after Kringle. You send your thrall after Kringle, but he disappears. I've been kidnapped by elves, you shout. You wait a minute, then run after Kringle. Oh no! My thrall has been kidnapped by elves! Or have I been kidnapped by elves? I don't quite understand. My thrall disappeared though, guys. We lost our thrall. I'm not gonna do that because this is still a stream. Um, turn the old man into a new thrall? I mean, okay. Go outside and use necromancy on the old man. There was two Kringles all along. You go outside and use necromancy on the old man. You raise Kringle's body from the dead. What the hell are you doing? You smash Kraumer in the face with the dead Santa, blood spurting from his broken nose and mouth. Who the heck is Kraumer? Who is this guy? Ask Kraumer who they are. You ask Kraumer who they are. Don't talk, you prick. They'll hear you. Who are you talking to? A new voice says. You turn around and see two elves. Hit Kraumer again. You hit Kraumer in the face with your fist, knocking him to the ground. Kraumer, who the hell is this guy? One elf asks. Okay, we got elves to deal with. What are we doing? Um, my name is. Sure. You hit one of the elves in Kraumer's body. Shut up, elf, you whisper. He's a new addition to our gang, Kraumer says. I'm appreciative of how chill Kraumer is with me just straight up using him as a weapon to beat his friends with. I appreciate the fact that he's not super upset about this. It's just he's a real bro. Real bro. New addition? No. I'm the new boss. Boss, why didn't you say so? The second elf says. You have your thrall kill Kraumer. Why are you killing Kraumer? Oh my god. Oh, Cromer, get wrecked. Because he was asking too many questions. What's your name? The first elf asks. Pringles. You jump from the roof of the building and fly away. Man, what a moment. I have my thrall off this guy, and then the elf is all like, "Who are you?" Pringles. And then I'm just out. I'm just out. Return to base. You return to your base, a house you've taken over in the middle of nowhere, and retire to your room. Okay, what is our next course of action? What are we doing? I mean, I think so, but also I'm not. We've killed a Kringle, so there is a dead Kringle, but there might be two of them. So I'm not sure. Because the one that we immolated was apparently Kringle, which we then later raised as a Thrall, which we then had kill Kralmer. Um, so I don't know if the other Kringle is still alive. Sure, make a meat golem. You spend the rest of the day building a meat golem and spend the night preparing it. The next day, you start actively hunting down your enemies. Okay, so we're hunting down our enemies with a meat golem now. So our meat golem needs a name. What is the name of our meat golem? Carl. Name meat golem Carl. The next day, you head out to the first location of any resistance. You arrive and find a few corpses, but nobody alive. You wonder why everyone seems to be dying to you today. Because obviously I'm a boss, and that's why everyone is dying because of me. Um, all right, so we've apparently potentially I don't know. We just showed up and found a few corpses. Add the corpses to the meat golem. Okay, add corpses to meat golem. You take the corpses and stuff them into the golem, making it look like it's moving. You begin walking towards the house where you hear screams. I mean, I'm all about praising a dark deity, but I feel like we need to deal with these screams first. Maybe after we conquer this place, then, we set up a shrine, praise the dark deity at that point. But, you got to finish the job first before you celebrate, right? That's how it's got to be. You got to make sure that everything is taken care of because if you don't make sure that all your loose ends are tied up, that's how you get people interrupting your rituals and stuff like that. That's why cultists always have the drop on them from adventurers because they don't make sure that everything is all clear before they do their stuff. But yeah, we have a house where we hear screams. I guess we'll inspect the house. Inspect the house. You see a small house with a snowman in the front garden. There appears to be a chimney and a door on the bottom floor. You walk up to the house and kick it in. Enter house and make everyone a candy cane vampire. As you walk into the house, you see a family, a father, mother, and daughter, and grandson. The girl has an infant in her arms and is looking terrified. I mean, yeah, Turn them all into thralls. You grab the grandfather and hold him out as you drain him of blood. You drink his blood, but as soon as you do, his soul stays trapped in your mind. Oh no! Okay, we've been possessed by a grandpa, or at least his soul is now in our minds. Um, I mean, what are we doing? Do we? I guess we should continue making other people our thralls. Continue turning the others into thralls. You turn the rest of the humans in the house into your thralls. You have them all herd up to the local candy cane plantation where they work in exchange for worthless pieces of candy. All right, we have a small plantation going. All right, let's talk to the old man in our mind. Talk to grandfather in my mind. You talk to the grandfather in your mind as you watch the rest of the family being herded into the plantation. What are we saying to him? What are we saying to the grandpa? Howdy. 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 Nice day, yes? Santa coming today? The grandfather asks, his head falling against your shoulder. Not today, you reply. I'm taking your soul. This is intense. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, Merry Christmas to me. I say before taking his soul. You grab the grandfather's soul and eat it. Before looking at the herded humans, you see a large group of humans, all with empty expressions, mind and soul. I'm not going to ask him where the bullet is. No one's going to understand that reference. Okay, so we have a large group of humans, all with empty expressions. Put them to work. Put humans to work in candy plantation. You herd the humans to a large candy cane farm, turning them into slave thralls to work the fields. Okay, so we have more slave thralls working the fields. Um, let's just see how much candy cane we got. Harvest candy cane. Oop, fame farm. You finish harvesting the farm and begin to think about finding something new to do. A few weeks later, a large portal opens up in the sky, and out steps a massive creature. Let's see what we're dealing with. Inspect massive creature. A massive creature stands on the other side of the portal, covered in thick fur and looking around. Its head is similar to a bear's head, with a long tongue for a nose and large claws for hands. Hello. The beast stares at you, lazily walking forward. It stares at you, its eyes blank. Hello, you say. How are you? The beast growls. I don't know. How are we doing? We doing good? Dandy. Doing dandy, but I'm famished. The beast nods, its nose growing along its tongue. It sniffs the air, its eyes widening as it catches a scent. I smell Elves, it bellows. Yes, those are my thralls. No elves here. But there are elves. They're my thralls. Hmm. I'm hunting, it says, staring at you. It walks forward, sniffing the air again. I smell eggs. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Smelled like a trap. You stare at the beast, realizing it's a perfect trap. There is nowhere to run, and fighting in this form would be suicide. What do we do with the beast, guys? Befriend him? Okay. Befriend. Make him a thrall. Befriend the beast. Maybe, you say, considering it. I'm busy most days, but come find me in the evenings and we can get to know each other better. Hmm, sure. I mean, he doesn't seem to be into it right now. We gotta win its trust first of all, you know? Let's hang out with the beast that evening. Well, let's see what he's interested in eating first of all, before we give him our meat golem. The beast sits beside you, watching as you feast on the elves. I can't remember when I last had human, or rather, when I last had a feast quite this good, it says. Oh, okay, so we're just hanging out eating people. That's what we're doing. I mean, that's cool. I'm down. Ask why. Oh, ask the beast why they are here. The scent is pretty strong. Are they your thralls? You shrug, and the beast sniffs the air again. Wait, I know that smell. Nope, can't place it. Offer beast a leg. What the hell? I'm in the mood for meat. The beast lazily accepts the leg from you, munching away. Tastes like chicken. I think it was into it. It's into it. Ask beast if it would like to be my friend now. More like a prisoner, but sure, the beast says. I'm Pringle, you say. My name's Jeep. Okay, we got the beast's name. His name is Jeep. Hello, Jeep. It's good to finally know your name. Not as good as when I finally get some human, Jeep says. You watch as Jeep lazily goes through the remaining elves. They won't be missed for a few days. I guess we should go find some humans for Jeep, I guess. Because they're our new friend now, right? So look for human town with Jeep. Towns are hard to miss. They have large groups of torches, and they often travel in caravans, you say. Do you know where it is? Jeep asks. I mean, I don't. Let's just see what it generates. I'll find out. You walk forward, finding it hard to keep up with Jeep's pace. Even if you couldn't keep up, there's no way of blending in. Hard to keep up with Jeep, probably because Jeep is really big. Let's ride on Jeep's shoulder. Do you want to ride on my shoulder? Jeep asks, twisting around. You nod eagerly, climbing onto his shoulder. It's a lot easier climb now. Tell you what, he says. What? I'll take you to where I'm heading. Then I'm going up my own way. You stay out of my way. You nod eagerly. Oh, he's gonna go off on his own. Well, let's let's go along with Jeep. You follow along beside Jeep as he walks quickly through the forest. The trees are close together, and you have to navigate by smell rather than sight. It works well enough, and it's a lot faster than walking. The two of you continue onward. So where are we going? You ask. A place where we can rest, Jeep says, not looking back. Oh, where is this place? You'll see when we get there. Okay. After about an hour of walking, you begin hearing faint cries in the distance. Not human cries, but the sounds of pain and anger. Okay, I'm gonna approach closer with Jeep and inspect the noise. Do you hear that? You ask. Yeah, sounds like an angry mob, Jeep says, looking around. The sounds grow louder, and you come to a clearing in the trees. A village is in chaos. Several houses are on fire, and men armed with pitchforks and scythes wander around, killing people. Okay, what are we doing? We got some kind of angry mob going around killing people. Do we intervene? Do we leave them be? What is our plan of action for this random village that we've come across? Kill the mob? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do all three. We're gonna kill the mob, give them gifts, and feed on humans in the village. And we'll see what this does. Once the villagers are dead, Chief stops you. That's enough. We don't need to kill them all, he says. The humans will revolt eventually anyway. You stare at him for a second. There are more humans where this village is. Most of them, yeah, don't worry. They're out in the wild. I like to hunt around here. Hunt with Jeep? Okay. Come on, boy, Jeep growls. You follow along as he leads you out of the village and into the wilderness. The three of you walk for miles until night begins to fall. Who's the third person with us? Oh, right. Is Carl with us right now? I guess Carl would be with us, yeah. Okay. It's true. We did make the meat golem to go along with us. Okay, so we have the party of myself, Pringle, um, our meat golem, Carl, and Jeep the massive beast. Actually, you know what? Jeep, what kind of creature are you? Put a comment there. What do you mean? I mean, I don't know you. I've been stuck with you for days. You're basically a monster, and I need to get home. Do you want to go back home? I don't have a choice. I have to get back, or else they'll kill me. Who's gonna kill me? Not sure who's gonna kill me. I won't let them kill you. I want to be your friend. You pause for explanation. You get none. Friends don't lie to each other, you say. Oh, he wants to be my friend. Thanks, buddy. He's gonna be my new friend. He will become my new lieutenant. Make Jeep my new lieutenant. Yes, Carl is unfortunately being replaced. You nod eagerly. I'll make you my lieutenant, you say. Now, what are we going to do about Roger? Jeep. Roger says, his voice quivering in fear. Who's Roger? Who is Roger? Ask who Roger is. Let's find out who he is first of all before we execute him. You ask who Roger is. Who's Roger, you ask? He's the leader of the wolves, Roger answers. I'm one of his lowly subordinates. I don't know who that is. Okay. That So there is a leader named Roger, but also this guy is named Roger. Are all the wolves named Roger? No, the wolves are mostly unimportant scum. We're a criminal gang. My name is Roger because I'm part of the wolves. What are you? I'm a vampire. Your eyes widen at that information. I thought they were myths, you say. The wolves were myths? Or is Roger a vampire? I think Roger's a vampire. I mean, you and I are both confused. No, I don't think yeah, so not all wolves are Roger, but I think he's Roger because he's part of the gang, maybe. So maybe members of the gang are called Roger, maybe. I don't know, but also he's a vampire, so maybe that's why he's named Roger. Are you named Roger because you're also a vampire? Correct. I am the oldest vampire in existence. What do you want with the elves? I'm searching for a mate. What? This took a turn. I'm looking for a mate. Elves are very pleasing to the eyes, and that's something I need. Where did you come from? I came from the gang. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're like regular vampires that drink blood, and then there's the candy cane vampire elves that, drink candy. I'm a candy cane vampire elf myself. So, you're an elf and a vampire. A delicacy. I don't like where this is going. Do you know where I could find some? I think he wants to eat me. Sure. Offer Roger my elf thralls. I can give you a few of my thralls for the night, but that's it. Perfect, he smiles. You lead him to where your candy cane elves are being held. Ask Cheap to eat Roger. Go ahead, you say as Roger is dragged away. I thought you said you weren't going to eat him, says Annie incredulously. Who's Annie? Who is Annie now? Hello, Annie. Who are you? I'm Annie, the girl with the cut on her arm. You killed my grandfather. I'm so sorry, Annie. Will you please forgive me? Okay, so this is the one of the girls from the house before who we tried to turn a bunch of them into thralls and we ate the grandpa and their soul got absorbed into our mind. So this is some deep levels of lore that are coming on right now where we got like characters from our past coming back for our to face us with our consequences for our actions. Well, let's see if she forgives us first of all before we decide what we're doing. I can't. I need to kill you. You see a being half your height but still unnaturally lean. You wonder if it's a child. It's missing its left arm. No, doesn't seem like she forgives us and she needs to kill us. Take her left arm. I think she's already missing her left arm. Okay, you're right. You always need a maid. Enslave Annie. Thank you, master, Annie says, kissing the ground. I'm not your master, you say. You stare at her for a moment, noticing her unnatural beauty. Oh man, are we going down the shoujo route right now? No, this is a field trip with my bros, Carl and Jeep. So we're gonna ignore Annie and hang out with Carl and Jeep. You hang around with Carl and Jeep, who are now arguing about who's the better vampire, John Travolta or David Carradine. You try to change the conversation, but they're obsessed. I mean, chat, who is the better vampire? Is it John Travolta or is it David Carradine? I mean, I gotta lean towards John Travolta because he just stayed young looking the entire time, whereas David Carradine was kind of just old looking the whole time. Agree that John Travolta is the better vampire. David Carradine, he's another actor. I can't think of I'm trying to remember what he's in. Like he was on a bunch of TV shows and some movies and things like that. Basically it's what's his name? He's Bill from Kill Bill. That should be an easy enough way to remind yourself what he looks like. I'm pretty sure that's David Carradine. That's David Carradine, right? Bill from Kill Bill, David Carradine. Pretty sure. Anyways, agree that John Travolta is the better vampire. Yes, he is, you say. I don't know whether to agree or not. Yes, he is. I don't know if I should be agreeing. Yes, he is. I think it's time for us to go to bed, says Jeep. That's obviously the best way to win an argument. Just say the same thing repeatedly every single time they say something else. Just, I don't know if that's right. It is right. But I really don't know if that's right. It is right. Just say it more forcefully each time, and that's obviously how you win arguments. You just stick to the one thing that you're saying, regardless of whatever is being said in contrast to that, and you stick to your guns, and that's how you win an argument. Don't actually do that, anybody. That's a terrible way to be in an argument. All right, time to go to sleep. Time to go to sleep. Time to go to sleep. Go to bed. Yeah, basically, I said good day. You go to bed. Yes, it is, you say. Are you and Roger? Asks Annie curiously. No. Are you sure? Yes. Oh my God. Annie, what are you implying here? I literally just realized that Roger was here, okay? I thought it was me and my bro Jeep hanging out, massacring a village, and then we found out there's a third person named Roger who is not the leader of the wolves, mind you. He's just some random guy who's named Roger because he's a member of the wolves, and he also happens to be a vampire that likes eating uh, candy cane vampire elves, apparently. Give Annie to Roger? Sure. Just you go hang out with Roger, Annie. You stare at Roger with a demented look in your eyes. Yes, you say. I have to kill him, you mutter. Kill who? Asks Roger, puzzled. I didn't give Annie to Roger at all. But we got to deal with Roger. Roger, I'm pretty sure wants to eat us, which is not a way that you want to live under constant threat of being bored. It's just it's not a good way to be. Um, yeah, I agree. Roger needs to die, but how are we going to take him out? He's a vampire, one of the oldest living in existence. So Roger's probably pretty strong, some kind of vampire lord, I would assume. Rick Roger with garlic. You stare at Roger while raising an eyebrow. Fine, I'll kill you, he says. You walk towards Roger, who backs up nervously. Are you planning to kill me? He asks. I mean, I guess that's implied when I said, fine, I'll kill you. Very funny, you say before knocking him out with a swift uppercut. You drag him into the woods and throw him on the ground. What? He says. Stuff garlic into Roger's mouth. Open up, you say. Roger complies, and you force a clove of garlic into his mouth. He attempts to spit it out, but you hold his head in position. I mean, he was very, very forthcoming about just opening his mouth for me. I appreciate that. Just, just swallow it, you say. You force the whole clove down his throat, and Roger begins to choke. That, that's the good kind of garlic, he says. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't know where this is going. I'm not into this. This is not cool. I'm gonna take your advice. We're gonna shoot him. Shoot Roger. You raise your rifle and fire, though it kills him instantly and causes his body to jerk back up. You succeeded in planting the garlic. Is Roger dead or is he alive? Inspect Roger. Your victim is a tall, deathly pale man. His skin seems unnaturally tight, like it's almost entirely muscle. I don't know if that put him down. I don't know if that put him down. Throw body into pool of acid. You dump the corpse and head back to camp, find the only functioning laptop Jeep has, and begin searching online for ghouling and mind control. What are we doing now? I mean, let's see where this leads. I'm curious to see what I find when I'm searching for ghouling and mind control. We're out of tonics, you complain to Jeep. Still one step ahead. That's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, he responds. You finish searching the internet. Okay, what did we find? How's the AI doing? I don't know. What do you guys think? How is the AI doing? Is it mind-blowingly good? Is it great? Is it pretty good? Not so great? Kind of repetitive? I like how it's asking us to rate in the middle of the adventure. Mind-blowingly good? Okay, mind-blowingly good. Pretty good? So we got a mind-blowingly good and we got a pretty good. Did we go in between and go great? Well, I guess we go in between and go great. Going great. Okay. There's a ton of stuff on the first turn, but nothing on the second. So we find a lot of ghouling, but not a lot of mind control. Let me guess. They're both dealing with magic drugs that allows for some sort of mind control. Search dark web for more information. You find a dark web link. You share it with Jeep, who reads it over, nodding. Looks like we got ourselves a dark market. They got anything you're looking for. Oh, okay. What are we looking for? What do we need? That's true. That's true. This was about taking out Santa. Purchase powerful anti-Santa magic potions. You find the market. Thankfully, it's an easy search on the KW. You browse the list of items until you find what you're looking for. Here we are, Santa's little helpers. You grab 3 of the potions, paying for them with a mixture of cash and supplies from the scavenging team. Thanks. Interesting how the names of potions designed to take out Santa are Santa's little helpers. I don't know if that's hilarious because it's ironic or hilarious because I don't know. When do they, no, I think I get them now somehow. I guess it's magical. So I mean, I guess I paid for them and they've arrived already. Maybe. I don't know. Let's check delivery time. Check delivery time. The sooner the better, you say. Maybe they'll get here tomorrow. If they're as impatient as you seem to be, then they'll probably arrive within a day. Okay, so they're not quite here yet. We need to wait for them to arrive. Should we wait the day to get our Santa's little helper? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Wait for potions to arrive. You wait, rearming yourself. When the sun sets, you begin to torch trees in the area for a certain amount of extra light. You wait until midnight and begin your walk to the North Pole. Okay, I guess we're headed back to go deal with Santa now. Find Wolfpack along the way. As you get closer to the North Pole, the pack growls. Several pale creatures howl at you from the darkness. So, someone was thinking strong, Chief says. Fight wolves and make them thralls. You begin to fight the wolves, killing 4 of them. You control their minds, forcing them to help you defend against the shadows. We've got reinforcements, one of them howls. Work with the Jeep to fight reinforcements. You force one of the thralls to act as a scout. He runs ahead, and you begin to launch mental attacks against his assailants, trying to drive them away. The main pack arrives, staying back from the fight. Okay, so it looks like we took like a small skirmish there, but the main pack is here now. What are we doing? Oh wait, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna use Annie's unnatural beauty to distract wolves while we fight them. Missed a word there. Unnatural beauty. If I can spell beauty to distract wolves while we fight them. Yeah, okay. Um, um, that didn't go the way I was expecting. You stare at the female wolf, focusing your mind. You visualize yourself kissing her and feel her responding kind. After a few moments, she licks her lips. Whoa, whoa, that took a turn. That took a turn. I'm just gonna. Can I undo? Can I undo that? Is that what this undo button? No, there's no undos. You can only move forward in this game. That's how it works. Continue turning wolves into thralls. The female wolf runs ahead. You feel her mentally contact you, and you sense that she's giving you a smirk and a thumbs up, implying that the path is clear. It's clear. Okay, I guess I charmed her, and she's now working for me, I guess. Seems to be. So we're gonna proceed as planned. The path is clear, and you fire off a flare, illuminating the night. Good idea, you think. If the flare disappears, they know where I am. Oh, okay. You ignite the rest of the flares and leave one burning, stuck in the ground, just in case. You begin walking, hoping for the best. It's another one. Another one of what? I need context. It's another one, one of them says as the flare disappears. You begin whispering sweet nothings in the wolf's mind, trying to distract the wolves from attacking. It's like, hey girl, you don't want to fight me. Listen to my smooth, buttery voice. Man, I didn't know that seduction was going to be a technique that I was going to be using on the wolves. But I mean, I guess if it works, just gotta roll with it. Continue distracting wolves. Come on, baby, feed me, a human. I know you like the taste of the wolf's ears burning up. What was that? It growls. Oh my god. I really was not expecting this to turn into some weird romance between myself and a bunch of wolves. Okay, but what was that? What showed up? Nothing you say. You feel the wolf's claws dig deep into your back. Come on, girls, fetch, the alpha roars. The pack charges ahead, sprinting towards you. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Um, we're gonna hide behind Jeep. Because Jeep's still with us. You hide behind Jeep, but the massive creature just stands there, blocking the entire way. It's not my fault they didn't pass go. They're killing us, and you're standing in the way. Ask Jeep to fight the wolves. The dogs quickly surround Jeep and begin biting at him. I'm not fighting these things. There's too many. Okay. Need some backup. Send Carl to help Jeep fight. Wait, what? You point at Jeep and Carl hesitates for a moment, but with a click, his gun is replaced with a flintlock. You're not my real dad. We can challenge the alpha in a minute. I really want to know what's going on between Carl and Jeep here right now. Yeah, well, he isn't mine either. You point at the leader of the pack, and the pack roars, charging forward. No, no, not him. The big one over there. Challenge Alpha to a fight. You smile, reloading your rifle. The Alpha seems to notice you and snarls. You raise your rifle, firing off a shot. Let's see what happens. You hit the Alpha in the chest, but fail to kill it. The Alpha snarls, lunging forward and tackling you. The two of you go spiraling out into nothingness. Continue fighting alpha and turn them into a thrall. Stab them? Yeah, okay. And stab them in the neck. You continue attempting to fire your rifle, but it has no effect on the beast of burden. Without warning, the alpha slams its claw at you, claws digging into your flesh and tearing a gash in your chest. Ugh, it doesn't look like the stabbing worked. Use mental attacks on the alpha. You focus your mind, and a blast of psychic energy emerges, slamming into the alpha. It lets out a howl, and you slam your blade into its neck repeatedly, forcing it back despite its great strength. Okay, so we had to get it off of us first of all before we could open it up to being stabbed. Drain alpha of blood. You force the alpha's claw from your chest. As soon as it is free, you begin draining its blood to heal your own wounds. It attempts to strike at you, but you are protected by your psychic shield. Dang, we strong, guys. We strong. Psionic vampire powers, am I right? Rip off. Okay, yeah, I'll rip off its head. Rip off. Thrall? Okay, I don't know. Thrall or head? What are we doing? Are we doing Thrall or are we doing ripping off its head? Thrall? Okay, Thrall. Turn Alpha into a. You grab the Alpha's arm and force it to slash its claw into the Elf King's face, carving a deep wound into his face. What? Where did the Elf King show up from? Let's try that again. Try turning Alpha Wolf into Thrall. The Alpha begins howling and shaking, collapsing on the ground and twitching. You turn it into a Thrall, forcing it to crawl at your command. Okay, so we've gotten the Alpha under our control. Turn Elf King into a Thrall. The Elf King looks up at you and smiles. He slowly gets to his feet and looks at his wound. He giggles. Oh, I don't know if we can turn this guy into a thrall. Seems pretty powerful. Fight the Elf King. You grab the Elf King's head, twisting his head around. You smash his face into the ground repeatedly and he stops moving. You force his mouth open and pour a vial of venom into it. Dang, that's hardcore! Force him to swallow the venom. The Elf King begins to choke and struggle to breathe. His eyes bulge and he begins to turn blue. He sputters and coughs before his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he dies. Boom! Took out the Elf King. What up? Raise Elf King as a thrall. The Elf King looks up at you and starts laughing. Well done, my sweet Pringle. You are certainly full of surprises. I guess you're right. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna claim the title of Elf King. Congratulations, you have successfully killed the Elf King and claimed his title. As a result, elves no longer fear the Pringles of this world and hail you as their new leader. That's amazing. Okay, well, I'm now King of the Elves, but we still got to deal with Santa. Also the wolves. Hold on, we gotta collect our wolves first of all. Reveal to wolf pack that I have defeated the alpha and am now in charge. You roar, and the surrounding werewolves howl in response. Many of them have gathered around you, licking your face or respecting your great presence. You find a large burnt spot where their former home used to be. Okay, guys, so I'm now the Elf King, and I have a pack of werewolves hanging out with me. So let's look at our forces. So we have our candy cane vampire thralls who are back at my plantation. We got Jeep, the massive creature who we still don't know what he is. We got Carl, our meat golem, who's hanging out. We got Annie, the girl whose grandfather I killed and came here swearing vengeance before devoting herself to me. Uh, I'm now king of the elves, so that other elves no longer fear the Pringles of the world and hail me as their leader. Yeah, I think we're ready to march on Santa's workshop with the forces that we've gathered here. March on Santa's workshop. You walk through the destroyed village towards the workshop of their presumable leader. As you walk, you feel your energy returning. With the elves apparently defeated, you'll soon be able to rest. Then you hear a growl. You turn to see a large black wolf covered in burns approaching you with a crazed look in its eyes. Oh, we got someone else showing up here. Who is this crazy black wolf? Who are you? The werewolf snarls in reply as it takes a step forward. You raise your hand and it snarls back, prepared to fight. All right then, who sent you? It snarls angrily before a gunshot rings out. The werewolf collapses on the ground before slumping over. Good kill, someone says. Dang, that's some Indiana Jones stuff right there. This black burnt werewolf comes out. It's like, and then just out of nowhere, boom, shot and killed. Didn't even get to put enough fight. Raise the black werewolf as a thrall. It's so anticlimactic. You pick up the black werewolf and feel its heartbeat. It's beating quite fast, almost feverishly. It must be scared from its experience as a werewolf. Name it Susan. You snarl, and Susan looks at you and growls as if to say, I'm no one's thrall. Oh, it's resisting. It's resisting even though it's been turned into a thrall. What do we do? What do we do, guys? What do you want? She snarls as you realize what you said. I'm so sorry, I didn't. She lets out a growl before sitting down as you realize what she's done. I think Susan is just sad that Susan is now a thrall, and I feel bad about it. So we feel bad about turning Susan into a thrall. So what are we doing here? Leave Susan be and continue on to Santa? Okay. Send Susan out to track Santa. Leave Susan and continue towards Santa. You continue walking up the snowy hill towards the workshop. As you walk, you can see the massive chimney of the workshop. So this is where he makes them, you state. Yeah. Do you know if any escaped? You ask hopefully. I don't know the northern part of the world so well. I don't think so. I'm going to send the werewolves in first. Send the werewolves in to attack. You quickly begin growing impatient. The werewolves are easy to control, and you can easily give simple orders to them, and they'll follow them out of instinct. Let's go, now! The werewolves begin sprinting toward the village as you follow them out of the cave. You sprint towards the village, your claws cutting through the snow as your muscles flex and contract. You reach the village, seeing dozens of the beasts sprinting through the village and howling towards the sky. What are we doing with the werewolves? So we have them here. They're in the village. What's our plan of attack here? We've arrived at Santa's workshop. It's billowing smoke. So actually, it's not billowing smoke. It doesn't say anything about that. But we're here. I don't. They well, they're werewolves. Are we asking them to turn the elves into werewolves? So we're commanding the werewolves to turn elves into more werewolves. Full moon, wolf, and all the elves begin screaming as they are ambushed. You howl along with the rest of the werewolves running towards the village to find blood. Okay, doesn't look like we're going to be turning them into werewolves. Yeah, burn it to the ground. Burn the workshop to the ground. As the workshop burns, you feel your body changing. Your fur begins to sprout from your skin as your teeth begin to grind and sharp teeth grow into your mouth. Oh crap, I think I turned into a werewolf myself. So I'm now a vampire, a candy cane vampire werewolf elf. I'm a hybrid, just like the Underworld movies. Find Santa Claus. You turn and sprint towards the workshop. You burst through the office door before seeing the Father Christmas Claus in his sleigh, about to depart. Oh, it looks like he's about to escape. Gotta get Jeep to get in the way. Get Jeep to stop the sleigh. You leap into the air, landing on the back of the seat in front of the driver. You sink your claws into his neck, cutting through flesh and fur as you bring your razor-sharp teeth up to his throat. Oh, I think this is the moment. This is the moment, guys. I think it's time to finish off Santa Claus. You press your teeth into his throat as you squeeze. Blood begins spurting from the wound as you slash your claws, cutting through the air and creating a flurry of blood. You continue chewing through his neck as he tries to reach for the horn but fails. The horn producing sound, you spit out a bloody piece of flesh. Sorry, son, you lost. Dang, that's cold. Watch Santa die. You watch as the sleigh flies over your head, tears forming in your eyes, all your rage and anger vanish in an instant, and you're left with a deep feeling of emptiness inside of you. Oh, I guess you regret killing Santa. But I guess there's only one thing to do now. Claim Santa's title as Overlord of the North Pole. You claim Santa's title as Overlord of the North Pole. You find yourself lying in the snow in front of the workshop. The howls of the moon surround you, and for a moment you feel scared. Then, a feeling of power fills your chest. Are we ascending? I think we're ascending. You howl towards the sky, a loud and powerful sound that shakes the cold winter air. Your stomach hurts, but you know that will end soon enough. Embrace the power. Xmas, you are a vampire. You have control over every single vampire nation, and they all answer to you. Is that it? Is that the end? I think that might be the end. You are the Dark Lord, Vampiricus Maximus, the ruler of all that is vampiric. Well, look at that. We've entered our final form. We are the Dark Lord Vampiricus Maximus, who was once known by the name Pringle. I don't know. Let's check on the wolves real quick. Check on the wolves. It's true, I'm thinking the wolves. Um, well, let's see how the wolves are doing. Actually, hold on. I want to see where this goes with the vampire thing. I am with being Vampiricus Maximus. It is the year 3060, and the world is yours. It's been a long, long time since your dear old dad died. So out of nowhere. Just, yes, I am ruler of the world. Man, it's been a long time since my dad died. Hmm. I mean, I don't know. We could let's check on Annie. You walk into the bedroom slowly to check on Annie. She's changed into something more comfortable. You're back, she yawns. Merry Christmas. I guess that I turned her at some point, so she's with me apparently. So yeah, I guess she's still alive. Um, Apparently it's Christmas now. I'm gonna check on the wolves. You walk into the next room. It seems like it could be a breeding room, but there are many more cages than cages. They appear to hold werewolves. So I guess I imprisoned all the werewolves after I became the Dark Lord, Vampiricus Maximus. Okay. let's check on Carl first of all, and then we'll check on Jeep afterwards. As you enter the room, you see a boy with pale skin and black hair in a metal cage, howling at the moon. Oh, interesting. So Carl turned from a meat golem into a small boy with pale skin who might be a werewolf, I guess. I don't really know. Okay. Check on Jeep. You walk into the next room, which seems to be a kitchen. You spot a man in a chef's hat, holding a knife, approaching a boy chained to a table. Come on, let me out. Is the chef okay? Where's Jeep? I want to know what's on with Jeep. Oh, I get it. I get it. The chef is Jeep. So Jeep has changed from a giant monster now to a man who is wielding a chef's hat and is holding a knife, probably because they're gonna eat this human boy. I'm just gonna leave the boy to his fate and exit the kitchen. It's true. We need to check on the female wolf and see what's going on with her. Check on female wolf. You walk over to the cage with a female werewolf in it. She howls once more at the moon. Behold, the greatest hunter of your kind, the Count trolls. Dang, I imprisoned all the werewolves after I became the Dark Lord. Ah, that's so evil. That's so incredibly evil. But I mean, I guess that's what to be expected with being a crime boss and then claiming power, becoming a Dark Lord. Candy cane vampires, man, just can't trust them. You cannot trust them. Well, I guess with that being done, there's really only one thing to do. Continue ruling over the world. No, I'm not going to sell the wolves on the black market. They're my fighting force in case someone tries to, attack me. The year is now 3071, and the world has become more order than place. Your armies hold sway over a broken world. So I've continued my rule for another 11 years. Check on my subordinates. Your legions of hell are now fully under your control. The faithful are broken, having little reason to live other than fear anymore. You will have to rebuild them completely. Search for new world to conquer. You begin to search for a new world to conquer, but you find little hope. The wharf is dead, destroyed during the last days of the Imperium. We went Warhammer. All of this actually took place in the Warhammer universe. That's the big twist, everybody. This is actually Warhammer. Well, I guess since we have little hope of finding a new world to conquer, we might as well rebuild the faithful as suggested. Hold on, we gotta rebuild the faithful first of all. The faithful are easily rebuilt, for they know fear, and you will give them fear. The Stain siblings attempt to reestablish their empire alongside you, but it's a futile endeavor. Oh, Oh, I'm not okay with that. This is my empire. I'm the ruler here. Ain't nobody trying to establish any secondary empires here. We're gonna crush the Stain siblings. Crush the Stain siblings. You immediately have the loyalists purged or broken. This leaves you with a large group of malcontents and indebted to you. Look at that. More followers. My dominion continues to expand. You begin to conquer the world, wiping out any attempts at rebellion before they've even begun. Your armies bring terror to able to revolt and death to those who would oppose you. It's pretty legit. Proclaim myself the ruling god of existence. Because why not? Let's see what happens. You begin to refer to yourself as a god, and soon you will be to your subjects. Your Afrin empire becomes the new seat of chaos, and soon you'll worship yourself as a god. I mean, is there anything left really? I mean, we've done everything. We've conquered the world. Can't really find new worlds because the warp is dead, so we can't teleport through space. I mean, I guess we could do it the old-fashioned way, but I feel like that takes too long. Oh no, I think we won. I think we won right there. I don't think there's really anything else to do except to bask in the fact that we're the winners. Search for a new life. I mean, let's see what happens. You search for new life. Now mortals kneel before you with fear and trembling, and they live in fear of your endless punishment for not being good enough. No matter where you go or what you do, you will never be happy. Well, I guess we just live an empty life now. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give some hope to the world, and we're just gonna vanish for 500 years before returning. 500? Should we go longer? Should we go longer? 1,000 years? How long? How long do we vanish before we inevitably return as this, as the Dark Lord, Vampiricus Maximus? 500? Okay. Now you live in a ruined palace at the center of a massive desert, protected by endless bands of treacherous-looking nomads. Okay, so that makes sense. Our nation crumbled because obviously it was all based around me. So when I disappeared, it crumbled with me. Um, well, only one thing to do now: conquer the world once more. Oh, they were ready for me. The desert world has barely begun to recover. You watch as a massive spaceship descends into the planet's orbit, its weapons pointed directly at you. Behold, the hated foe returns, you chuckle. Use power to fight spaceship. My vampire power. You begin to howl and set the desert alight with the flames of the warp. The landing party, protected by powerful energy shields, fires back, damaging your spacecraft. I don't remember getting into a spacecraft, but apparently we're in a spacecraft now. Unleash the power of chaos and crush those that would defy me. Seems like the thing to do. The planet is enveloped in a purple miasma, damaging all life. You find yourself invulnerable and begin to break the spaceship's defenses. You enter it and find a lone landing party of three. Ah, Captain Ryan, Sergeant Tellis, and Brother Olive, you snarl. Don't know who these folks are, but apparently I know them. Only one thing to do: turn them into thralls. Exactly. You turn the first into a thrall, and Olive becomes your second. You then do the same with Tellus. You have a powerful three-man psychic cell to command. Command them to herald my return. Because obviously, I'm back. I gotta show off in style. They begin to howl while Olive begins violently releasing bursts of psychic energy, smashing the landing party's heads together as Ryan channels a bolt of psychic energy that burns through two of the soldiers' heads. Cool, cool. Where is this going? I want to know. Now, my pets, send this vessel to the bottom of the sun. You order. You unleash a burst of warp energy, destroying the ship's engine room, and then another, ripping the ship apart. Reveal my existence to the world. I am your overlord, the eternal who rules over your existence, your king, your god, your father. Oh, deep lore right there. Start galactic conquest. You conquer a million worlds for your gladiators to fight over before you turn your gaze back to the galaxy. Okay. Look at the galaxy. Galaxies stretch out for hundreds of thousands of light years, tumbling slowly through the void. Many of these contain planets, some with life, others dead and uncaring of any life that may exist. I'm just gonna continue spreading the rule of chaos with the galaxy. You send a message through the warp and it echoes back. The Emperor has left the world. The message is repeated across the galaxy as the ruler of trillions becomes the most important man in the galaxy. It's me, I guess. Command all within the galaxy to praise me as their god. You release a wave of chaos energy that powers up the warp, filling it with the screams of the damned. You then send out a second, weaker wave to all corners of the galaxy. The message echoes through the galaxy. All know now that the ruler of their existence is your servant. Under your command, they will bend the knee and accept your wisdom. They must. There is no other option. You have succeeded. Well, I own the galaxy now. Conquer the known universe? Sure. We're just gonna keep going up in level here, you know? You watch as the warp fills with your energy, bathing the galaxy in a pale blue glow. You stretch out with your senses, filtering out all life in the known galaxy that isn't of your kind. There's many, many worlds. You can sense them all. A great mass of lives out there like grains of sand, but you're different. Special. Your species, the Dark Gods, are the only ones that can channel the energy of the warp, allowing you to see and interact with more of the galaxy than most. You are the ruler of a trillion worlds, a ruler of the planets. You're the emperor. This is your empire, the only one that matters. That's pretty intense. I think that's a good spot to end this little AI generated adventure and the adventure. What? I don't even know what that was all about, but I think that's where we're good there. So I think that's what we're going to call it. Thank you everybody for tuning in and participating. I hope you all had a good time playing through this AI dungeon. I definitely did. There was some ridiculous stuff that happened in this adventure. Jeep is going to be the coolest bro going forward. Otherwise, like I said, thank you all for watching. If you like the stream, please follow me here on Twitch, follow my social media, all that good stuff. Otherwise, we will see you, well, next time. Bye, folks. Next time.